So, today's video is going to be a bonus review over the movie Rubber. I know a lot of you guys have probably already seen it, but a lot of you guys probably haven't. It's kind of a cult classic comedy type of thing. And I didn't plan on watching this movie, but me and my girlfriend had a movie night, and we wanted to watch a silly movie. And we picked this one. And it's about a killer tire who comes to life and goes on a murderous rampage. Yep, I kid you not. And I knew this going into it, and I completely was expecting to just take a huge shit on this movie, but I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it actually wasn't a bad movie, and I was kind of impressed. That's partially due to my expectations being so low, probably, but nonetheless, I was impressed, and it wasn't a great movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's not something I'm going to remember or even talk about after this video, but it was not a bad movie. The thing that really got me was the very opening scene of the movie. And it's a cop or a sheriff or what seems to be a cop. I don't know what this fucking movie. Coming out of a trunk of a car, and he looks right into the camera. He breaks the fourth wall, and he tells us, the audience, that this movie is not to be taken serious, and basically, why not? And from then on, my expectations were just completely out of the window, and I was like, okay, I'm going to have fun with this movie. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to have fun with it, which I did. And to my surprise, it just kept impressing me. And what really caught my eye was how they characterized the tire. So the after the opening scene or whatever, it shoots to the tire in the middle of the desert, and he's waking up and he's rocking back and forth, and he gets up right where he's rolling, and it's like he's taking his first steps, and it's got this background music, and it's like this triumphant overcoming of some just insurmountable feat, and he's taking his first steps, and you feel for the tire. As silly as that sounds, I find myself feeling for this tire, and it's like he's a character, and he's rolling along, and he finally gets his first steps in, and then he comes across cans and glass and all these little things, and he's crushing them, and he finds out that he has a lust for blood. And then he finds a rabbit just a couple minutes later, and then you figure out that he has a supernatural power, and it's kind of like this shaky, his whole body just like kind of shakes and goes into a seizure. And he can blow things up almost telepathically, it seems like. And so it's just as serious as you can take it. Is just as you're quickly reminded that it's not a serious movie. And what really does a good job at that is reminding, it's like a constant reminder that it's not a serious movie, is the side plot. There's this weird kind of documentary crew watching this whole, it's like a social experiment. It's kind of like two movies going on at once, and it's really kind of hard to explain. You guys will know if you guys want to watch it. But it's like two movies going on at once, and it's a constant reminder. They're so self-aware, and they're talking about the movie like they're the audience, and they say things like, oh, well, that scene didn't make sense because how so and so and so and so, and it's like they're the audience, and you're just reminded constantly that this movie is funny and it's supposed to be taken serious. But another thing that I really liked was the effects and the sound design of the movie. I was expecting this movie to be a complete shitter. Like, it's just a terrible movie. And the effects were good. He was blowing shit up the entire movie, and it was viable. They used a good mixture of CGI and practical effects, and it I don't know, it worked. I feel so stupid giving this movie praise, but I got to give credit where credit was due, and I liked it. It kind of lost me halfway, but it came back at the end. The characters that were watching the social experiment, this documentary type of experiment thing that they got going, and then the actual characters of the film and the tire, they kind of coincide at the end, and they make a perfect ending. And I'm not going to spoil it because I do want you guys to watch this movie. And if you want to watch it, it's on an app called Crackle, and it's actually a free app. You can download it right now and watch this movie for free on your phone, tablet, blah, 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 YouTube, whatever, on your TV. And I suggest you guys to watch it out. Since it's free, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it makes a perfect ending, and it really sets it up for a part 2. And this movie was made kind of a long time ago, and I did some research, and it looks like Rubber 2, End of the Road, is either in its makings and just failed along the way, or it was made and no production studio wanted to pick the piece of shit up, and it's just in the depths of the internet, and I don't have any desire to go and search that up. But this was just a quick bonus review. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Yes, I know that is very high, but I am judging off of what it is, and the movie knows what it is. It knows that it's a satirical dark comedy horror hybrid, and I enjoyed it, so can't be taken serious. Objectively, the film is about like a 4, but since I knew what to expect, and since the movie didn't take it so seriously, it gets an 8 out of 10 in my book. And that was today's video. I will be going back to reviewing Ari Aster's short films, and I'm going to wrap those up probably starting tomorrow or the next day, and that's it. See ya.